Have you ever seen photos that look like this and wondered how they were taken? These are some of my favourite types of photos to take, and in this video I'm going to show you how I took this photo so that you can do the same. My name is Hannah and I'm an ocean lifestyle photographer based in Queensland, Australia. I make videos sharing photography tips and helping you to become more confident and creative with your camera. If this sounds like the sort of thing you're into, hit subscribe. So the first thing we're going to need to do to take this kind of photo is to get into the ocean. So let's go. You're going to need to be in the ocean either at sunrise or at sunset, depending on where you are in the world. Make sure that you are in the water, ready to shoot as the sun is closest to the horizon. I always swim out before the sun has risen so that I'm ready to start taking photos as soon as the sun comes up. So what equipment are we going to need to take these kind of photos? Well, obviously you're going to need a way to take your camera in the ocean. So you're going to need a water housing for your camera. Doesn't matter what camera you use, any camera will do, but you obviously will need the housing for that specific camera. However, the lens that you choose is going to be important. We want to make sure that we're using a fast lens. By this, I mean a lens that can go to a very wide aperture, something like f1.8 or f2.8. I personally almost always use my nifty 50mm f1.8 lens because it's super light, so it's really easy to swim in the ocean with. I wouldn't recommend using a wide angle lens. Anything wider than sort of 35mm isn't going to give us that compression that we need from the focal length. You can absolutely do this with longer lenses. I've gotten some great results using a 105mm macro lens. So what's the actual technique here? Well, what we're trying to achieve is to make the sun in the background go out of focus. So first of all, we want to make sure that our camera can take a picture when it thinks it's out of focus. Sometimes cameras are set as a default so that they will only take a picture when it thinks that something's in focus, which can be really frustrating if you're trying to get these types of photos. Whatever that looks like on your camera, make sure that you've overridden that setting. Then we want to place our focus point. I like to use a single point focus so that I'm a bit more precise, and I place it on the bottom half of the frame. We want to try and focus on the water that is nice and close to us, and that will make the sun go out of focus. And will give us this beautiful abstract type image where we only have a slither of the water actually in focus. Now this can be a little bit tricky to do if you are swimming in big waves or if the ocean is super choppy. So maybe for your first time, I would recommend trying to find somewhere where the ocean is flat so that you can practice. So we basically just want to shoot lots of frames. You're going to be getting lots and lots of photos doing this, and only a handful of them will be any good. So there will be lots of throwaways, but that's okay. We need to take lots and lots of pictures in order to get the one that looks just right. And one of the things that I love most about these types of photos is that no two of them ever look identical. And the technique is basically as simple as that. If you don't have a water housing yet, but you're considering getting one, I have used Aquatech imaging solutions my entire career, and I cannot recommend them enough. You can use my code HANNAHP and you can get an extra 5% off your purchase. I hope these tips help you to feel more confident using your camera in the water. If you have any other questions, let me know in the comments, and most importantly, stay safe and have fun.